It is true what they say. Everybody's opinion is valid. And I do agree with that when it comes to video games. However, I do not agree with the bad review for Wicked Isle released by Gaming Bolt. It is a video game journalist site who releases videos on YouTube. And I want to start my criticism of that video with one critique the video made about game storage. In the video, the reviewer of this DLC said that you have to continuously go back to the mainland to access your storage. That's not true. If you are spending time exploring the island and engaging with people, you're going to eventually find your way to Lake Bandit Den. If you come in here, there's a storage right here, and I find it highly suspicious that the reviewer did not see this if they were actually playing the game. You can talk to Jean, but it's really hard to miss this. She is a traitor. So you would have to be really blind not to see this. Literally right here. So no, you don't have to go back to the mainland to access your storage every time you want to get to the storage. Just because the interchange isn't here doesn't mean you have no access to your storage. That's a lie. But the reviewer stressed it. He also said that the Wicked Isle map is comparable to the mainland map. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. This region is not as big as the mainland maps, thereby absolutely washing away his accusation that this map is huge and there's no access to your stash and you must simply always run back to this little icon here so you can get back to the village. That's absolute balderdash of the highest order. Absolute nonsense. He said that he did acknowledge that there were new weapons and abilities, but he made it sound like the game's not offering you anything of substance that would be new. He insinuated that in his review. It's either there's new things or there's no new things. Which one was it? Well, there's nothing new in the way of boss encounters. This game doesn't have boss encounters. There's a lot of games that don't have boss encounters. He accused this game of forcing you to backtrack for new side quests. Yes, absolutely. I have spent 20 years playing video games. Off the top of my head, some of the most amazing games that I have ever played always encourage backtracking. So it always seems when a video game reviewer is accusing a game of forcing the player to backtrack, it's usually in video games they don't like to play. I guarantee you, whatever video games that reviewer enjoys playing, there's a lot of backtracking in those games, and they don't complain. It's only in video games they don't like that they complain about backtracking. There are side quests that make you go back to the mainland, and it feels more like fan service to people who enjoy exploring the world of Atomfall. If you're enjoying the game, you don't mind backtracking. Skyrim, one of the most popular games of all time. Tons of backtracking. Any Fallout game you've ever loved. Tons of backtracking. Metro games encourage backtracking. A lot of zombie games encourage backtracking. If you've ever loved a zombie game, backtracking. Backtracking is the thing in video games. It happens a lot. Yes, it's a way to pad out the experience. I get it. If you're enjoying your time with the game, that's not a problem. He made mention that, I mean, he stressed that he didn't like the Casterfell Woods, or he called them the Casterfall Woods. Uh, Sounds like somebody who really spent a lot of time playing this game, right? Casterfall Woods. He didn't like the woods with the druids. I'm assuming he had a really bad time in that area. We're getting ready to do an ultimate playthrough of this game on my channel, and I want to show you the Casterfell Woods are not it's not treacherous waters. It's not a terrible experience. If you know what you're doing, it's not a problem. The reviewer also mentioned the poisonous plants in this game, the giant ones that spit poison at you. It's like, oh, that, that they doubled down on that in this area and it makes it really hard to explore. I already showed you. Sticky bombs are a fantastic way of dealing with this particular enemy. The giant poison spitting flowers, plants, or whatever they are, take a sticky bomb, throw it at the head. It's even better when they're not looking at you. And it blows them up. They fall down, they die, and they're gone for good. They're not there to ruin your exploration. You toss a sticky bomb at their head. They're fine. The cactus plants, the giant ones that smack the ground and cause damage, if you take a high-powered weapon and you hit them 2 or 3 times, then they get scared and then they go into hiding for a few seconds. You can walk right past them and they will not hurt you. You know, this game is not that hard. And we're going to be exploring Atomfall, an ultimate playthrough on my channel starting this week. I'm going to use multiple leads to really unpack this world in like I'm going to create a narrative based off of the investigation leads, so that way we can explore this world in a really cool way, right? We're going to create an overall narrative using the investigation leads. There is nothing about Atomfall that is wasting the player's time. It's not terrible. It's not really hard. The only time the game is hard is when you're making it harder than it has to be. Okay. So the Gaming Bolt video was obviously recorded by someone who survived the world of Atomfall, didn't really get into the game. They were just kind of pushed into it to review it, right? So they were just working their way through it so they could review it the first time around, so they could have a save file for future DLCs. But the points they were making about the poisonous plants and, oh, there's no storage on the island, you gotta keep going back to the main game. No, there are storage points in the game. There are. And this map is not huge. It's not like the base game. The base game it's got several points of access and stuff like this. This is not a huge map. I know. I explored all of it. This is not a huge map. So that's not true either. There are points of storage, areas you access your storage. That's not a problem. This is not a huge map. It's not a big deal. Yes, there is backtracking into the mainland, and as far as the metal detector is concerned, the metal detector can be found in the brewery orchard. If you're exploring, you're gonna find it. It's not hard to it's not hard to miss. There's literally a bard scientist laying up against a tree. If you're exploring that area, which the game is pushing you toward the brewery orchard, you're going to find him if you're looking for him. Just like the storage. If you're looking for a storage, you're going to find one eventually. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is not comparable to the main map. The main area, like the main maps in the game, this is not comparable in size. It's not as big or whatever he's trying to imply here. Like this is not a big area. Like this, it's ridiculous to even. Yeah, you got to do a lot of backtracking. You show me a video game and I'll show you backtracking. Okay, so it's like, oh, it's good luck finding the metal detector. It's right here in the brewery orchard. The one place the game is pushing you toward. The lady here at the trader camp, yes, she wants you to go and collect evidence that she's a reporter. She was collecting evidence and she lost contact with her contact. Yes, all you have to go is go back to these main storage hubs, like the storage tubes in some main areas. And if you were an astute player of this game, you will know exactly where they were. Yes, you must find keys. And you have to go into the crypts of the Abbey. Shocker. There's 4 keys you must find. And there's a literal note that tells you about the 4 monks that had set keys. And here's the plot twist for you. I know this is crazy. You're gonna be like, what? Whoa, that's so crazy. Okay, so the game expects you to explore the map. All right, I know. Follow. This is strange. This is terrible. And judging by the area, you must seek out, like, oh, I don't know, the observatory, the lime kilns. I know, this is crazy. This is getting wild, isn't it? Oh, yes, the abbot's house. Oh, good luck finding that, huh? You know, oh, the infested woods. So, yes. And then you have to go to the mainland and you have to follow crazy clues like the brook leading into the village, or oh, I don't know, the stone circles in the Casterfell woods. Oh, where could those be? If you were actually playing the game, you would. This is not crazy, right? It's retreading old ground. But if you're enjoying the game, then what does it matter, right? So the reviewer is just telling you a bunch of shit. This is a video game where you have to do video game shit to play the video game. Oh no! Oh no! Yes, retreading old grounds. Oh no, that never happens in a video game. So yeah, Gaming Bolt's review of the DLC is just whiny laziness, overlooking obvious things like, yes, you can access your stash right here. But according to the game reviewer, you have to keep going back to the mainland. It's just an absolute waste of time. He didn't like the Casterfell Woods, and he thinks that this is just more of the Casterfell Woods. But it's not. So yeah. This is what I have. I have a problem with gaming journalists. Like, I wouldn't want to be one because you're just forced to play games you don't want to play. And because you're trying to rush through the game, right? You're missing everything that makes that game really interesting or unique. And then you just kind of like do this subpar review on it based on how much it aggravated you because that's your job. That's why nobody likes gamer journalists anymore. These guys just play video games because they have to. Not because they really want to play the game. It's just because somebody threw their name in the hat and said, you're reviewing this game. Go review it. And then they don't like it, right? And you do see some content creators on YouTube, they'll review a game, they're trying to rush through it, and they don't like it because the game is really hard because they're rushing through it. But then about a year or maybe 2 years down the road, they'll sit back and they'll come back to the game and they'll be like, I was wrong about this game. It was actually really good. What was I thinking? I feel terrible. Maybe I was just burned out of open world games, or I was burned out of linear games, and that's why I gave it such a bad review. But now I come back and I love it. You've seen those videos. I feel like Atomfall is suffering from the same thing that Prey was. When Prey first came out, nobody liked that game. People was stomping on their discs. They was lighting them on fire. I hate this game. It wasn't what I thought. Just like Atomfall, it's not the Fallout game I really wanted. And I will give it about 2 years, and people come back to this game. And be like, oh, this is a cult classic. This is such a gem, man. People hated on this game terribly for just, but I finally sat down and played it the way it should have been played, and I really love it. It's coming. Not right now, but it's coming. Oh, there's no way to access the storage in this game. You gotta go back to the mainland. Blah. Yeah, it's not in there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's an exploration game. It's an immersive Sims. Why do you have to make this so hard? I don't get it. Anyway, this is my critique of another dumb-ass review of Atomfall. Anyway, you all have... Well, is there anything else in my notes? No, I think I covered all of them. You all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the flip side. I love this DLC. This was awesome. Rebellion, you guys rock. Ignore those shitheads. You keep being amazing, baby. You got this. You done good here. This is good shit, baby. Yeah.